Hi everybody, it's me Nikki, and here we are, January 8th, 2014. Wow, where did the year go? Um, Took some time off to be with family and friends for the holidays, and I hope you all had a really great Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. I know I did. The house was full here, and then we traveled to my hometown, my home state of Arizona, and spent some really great moments. Um, but it's time to move on. Time to get on with this year. And I was trying to think about what to talk about on my next video. And there's only thing that keeps coming up right now that's big, and that's the Rick Dyer hoax. Or is it? Um, it's really put the Bigfoot community up in arms. And um, frankly, they're doing it to themselves. I know that he can be pretty nasty in the things he says, but people are being nasty back. You know, two wrongs don't make a right. I think if you really didn't want to have anything to do with him or have him be successful, then people should have ignored him and just moved on, which a lot of big, true researchers have done. They don't give, a hoot about what he does. They just continue doing what they do. And, you know, I've always, in my mind, has thought, sticks and stones. You can say whatever you want. Anybody can say whatever they want. It's their right to do so. And if you take offense to that, well, I'm sorry. But it is no secret that I have remained on the fence about this since the beginning. Um, Not because I'm ignorant, not because I don't have the facts. I know all the facts. I know about all of his hoaxes, all his pictures he's put out, and I am not a supporter of him, but I'm a follower. And I think there's a big difference, and a lot of people don't realize that. You know, I follow a lot of people that I do not believe in because to me, when I don't want to hear blah 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 put this video out and said this, I want it to come straight from the source. I'm not about all the middlemen. You know, um, I follow Barack Obama, but I do not support the man. Let me tell you. Same with all the researchers. There is a ton of researchers out there that I do not feel are credible, that have no business doing what they're doing, but I follow them. I follow them, their work, and when somebody says something about them, I want to have firsthand knowledge about that. So that's what I do. And I do it because it's fun. It's fun for me. I'm in this, I feel I'm in this community as a Bigfoot enthusiast, not as a researcher. I have gone out there, hit the trails, camped, okay? But I'm not a hardcore researcher to where I collect data and evidence to turn into somebody or to have it checked out in any way. Anything I find is mine, and purely so that I can find my own answers, because I've never had um, any type of experience, which is my only goal. Um, you know, you got to treat people the way you want to be treated. And that's why I'm the way I am. I I don't get offended very often by people saying, "Oh, that was a hoax. This is what it was." I just take it in and, "Oh, okay. It was a hoax. I needed somebody to show me it was a hoax." But um so far on the whole Rick Dyer saga, to me it's one big soap opera, Bigfoot soap opera, and I love it. I love seeing what the next thing's gonna come out. It's just entertaining for me, and I just take it for what it is. It is what it is, and he's not going to ever stop. If, no matter what people in the Bigfoot community do, he will never stop what he's doing. And he himself has always said that he likes the attention. The more people who, and if you're going to call me a supporter because I watch his videos, then okay, maybe I am. I'm supporting his $70 a day on YouTube or whatever. But I think that's fair game. I think everybody can monetize videos and get whatever they can. This is a crappy economy. I think you should be able to get money any way you can. And if the other person on the other side is gullible enough to give you money for it, so be it. As long as it's not physically harming you, And I'm not saying threaten. Okay, threatening is wrong. And I know he's made some pretty nasty threats to people, including, literally harming them or killing them and stuff like that. And that I feel is way, way bad, and I don't support that in any way. But it goes both ways. I mean, look what they did to his Corvette, They trashed it. Why? Did that make him feel better? Do whoever did instigate all that, did that make him feel better? On a thread recently, somebody stated, Rick Dyer should go kill himself. Really? Are you really that mad that you would want somebody to go take their own life? That was wrong. That's disgusting and wrong. If you don't like him, leave it. Go research and watch other people. Just leave it be. Move on to something else. And, being on the fence from the beginning has taught me a lot, because I've seen where I've got friends who are on that, he is a hoaxer, he's a horrible person, nobody should watch him, he should have the book thrown at him, he should go to jail, he should have to repay whoever back for videos, he should, all this stuff he should be doing. But people who gave him money, why would you give your money for something? You believed in it. There are people who we know that Bigfoot exists. I believe they exist. I've never seen one, but I'm a believer. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go give somebody $134 for a video in this economy. Please. You know how much groceries that buys? You have to be really careful about what's fraud and what's a hoax and what's, I can see where they would have a hard time getting stuff to stick legally, with his disclaimers at the bottom of videos and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure there is enough that could be compiled to have some kind of case, maybe. But, excuse me, I don't know. That would be a good thing to know. What really is legal and what's not. Because that I don't know about. When it comes to fraud and what really is encompassed in all that. So, to me, I think, like the group Bigfoot community, they did a good thing by setting forth the standard, don't talk about him. Because most of the people on there had not want nothing to do with him. So that was good for that group. about not talking about them. You know, it helped that group get stronger by doing that. And now that, you know, he's back in the limelight and they're starting to talk about it again, and it's causing a lot of stirring them up. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that is going to make that group even stronger, you know. However, I rarely talk on or comment on that site anymore because felt like I've been attacked on there before by only certain members, not all of them. Most of them are great people, and I've learned a lot from them. And some I've had, you know, some really good conversations where I've been on one side and they've been on the other, but they still respect me. I still feel like I'm allowed to have my own opinion. And I've always also put it out there that I don't know, I've never had an experience. You know, if I had my own experience, maybe some things would change. If I saw a Bigfoot hoax or a Bigfoot cloak in front of my face, then I would become a believer. But I never have, and scientifically I don't believe it's possible. And I've had people send me stuff about can happen, and you know, animals can do this and that and that. And no, no. I don't think it's possible. And somebody sent me something about, well, we are trying to have a airplane that can be cloaked. Da, da, da. That we are creating that. That's not natural. Okay, so I still don't believe in cloaking. I do believe there's many different types of Bigfoot out there in Sasquatch. Forest people, I think they all look different, and according to their different areas. You get some up near Alaska, Canada that say their faces look really, really human, even more human than the dwarf-looking Bigfoot face of Rick Dyer. And then you get into other areas where they look more ape-like, primate-like, and then you hear a wide variety of people saying that their attitudes or emotions are different. Some are nice and banter back and forth with them, hooping and hollering and whatever, and and I giggled, you know, I hooped at them and they laughed and blah blah blah, you know, they took my peanut butter and they ate all my peanut butter and all of that, okay, all the nice sweetie cuddly stuff. I'm starting to find that more are saying they're not like that. They're not sweet, cuddly ones. And they can charge you and they throw rocks at you and they huff and they're generally not happy that you are wherever you are. That's what I find to be in Arizona. That's what I've seemed to find in New Mexico area. I'm not sure about the Colorado area. There seems to be some that want to just be left alone, some that want to interact. So I think there's just different kind of Bigfoot out there. Sasquatch. And I've always said they're animals, they're creatures. But I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody has the DNA. It's always going to come back contaminated. You know, it just comes to that, down to that where we need that specimen that's not going to be contaminated. And I don't know how, in the way we're doing things, I don't see that ever happening unless we actually find the body. Who knows? We'll find out on February 9th is when Rick Dyer is going to put out his medical press conference for Hank, and we'll see what that shows. You know, did he pay off a bunch of doctors? I don't think so. Where would he get the money to do that? I'm sure he makes enough money to survive, have his family being okay, but it costs a lot of money, to do a hoax of this magnitude. Where did he, has he just been, uh, the majority of the people got their money back from those videos. So it hasn't been from video sales. People left and right after, December, when we didn't have the Bigfoot reveal, they wanted their money back. And for those that were nasty to him, I'm sure he delayed getting their money back, but you never heard anything more about it, so I think people got their money back. And, it's obvious he got a smaller trailer. What he was talking about in the beginning was having a great big old semi or something that he could make into a museum with the Bigfoot in there. But nobody would sponsor him because they wanted to see the body. Well, now he has the body, and I bet you, if they're confirming it, if it's real, okay, once again, I don't know if it is or not. If it's real, you got to think of his process. All of a sudden, now he's got the body. Now he has to work his ass off to try to get sponsors so that he can update the trailer. He can get set dates on all his wanting to take it around, and the expenses. That can't be cheap. The publicity, good or bad. I mean, there is no bad publicity, right? Even if it's negative, it's still publicity. It's still getting it out there. So, I'm sure that's what's happening. If it's real, then he's trying to get the sponsors, as many as he can, to foot the bill for a new trailer. That would take some time. I'm thinking about the fact that, we were supposed to get the reveal in December when he got the body, but he didn't get the body till recently. And now he's got the body. Now he needs more time probably to set up the press conferences, the people to get to wherever he needs them to be, to get the body in a better situation instead of his little box, which I'm sure he doesn't want it to be displayed in a little box. Wouldn't you want it in a glass case of some sort? And to have all the hoopla that goes with it, his story, his face up, everything. Wouldn't you want all that? If you were in his situation, okay? A lot of us wouldn't think about wanting to be in his situation. But I'm just being devil's advocate here because, remember, I really don't care one way or the other. This is all entertainment to me, okay? That's why I haven't had a hard time with the whole Dyer hoax, You only make it a big deal if you make it a big deal for yourself, in your heart, Everything I do is just for me, so it's okay. And so February 9th, the medical, February 28th, he said, would be the national worldwide release. I don't know why there's a big time space there. That confused me. Maybe if you're watching, Rick, you can explain that for me. If it was just why you couldn't get everything put together until that time. And when, the other thing is, I thought he had another sponsor back last year, but he never released who his supporters were in regards financially. And I'm just curious as to know who those were. There's a lot of rumors going around about who they were. And I won't say them on now, I think a lot of stuff is going to come out in the next month. And I want to see it, chuck it up to the next one. I'm really, I guess I'm sad about the whole thing only because I wish people hadn't gotten so ugly. You know, I wish he hadn't made threats. I wish people hadn't made threats to him. Um, I know Racer X, you know, from day one was always on him, and he was always on Racer X, and, you know, accused Racer X of, who is Randy Filipovic, if he did stuff, and, you know, you can't really believe any of that because, you know, it's just, it's childish games, and you have to realize that's what it is, and it's nasty, and it's not fair. It's not fair to do that, and you have to step back and just do your own thing. You know, Rick, I think he should just do his own thing, not worry about what anybody else is saying about him. Just do your own thing. If it's real, then it's going to come out real. You know, doctors are going to come and look at it and see the science, if there's science, and let them decide. Then the Bigfoot community will have to accept it. They don't have to like you, but they'll have to accept the research or the science. And people out there on the other side who absolutely hate him and can't stand him or anything he stands for, if you hate him, I hate that word. It's a very strong word, you know. Just forget about him, you know. Go do your own research. Do your own thing. And I know it's hard to do when, you know, supposedly he's, you know, gotten people fired and tried to do this and that. And let me put it to you this way. I never said anything bad about Rick Dyer. He hasn't done anything to me. And I'm sure if Randy had never made any comment about him, nothing would have happened to Randy. That's my feeling, you know. Let it go, people. Just, I know people are passionate. People make Bigfoot their entire life. They eat, sleep, drink, everything Bigfoot. So I guess that's where it's like you would protect your family. I would protect my family to the end. So I guess that's where it stands. Is I think we have to wait, see what happens after February 9th. If something comes up and all of a sudden that gets pushed to April, then we're waiting again. You know, more and more, it's going to be worse for Rick if that happens. So I think people need to just take a chill, go on with their normal things that they do, come up with some more great footage of Bigfoot. Hoaxes or not hoaxes, real or not real, I don't care. I watch it all. I love to watch it all, and make my own decisions. And hopefully I can get out there a couple of times this coming up spring and summer. You know, it's harder for me because my kids are still young, fairly young. I have a 6-year-old, so she depends on me a lot. And I don't want to be away from her, you know, but I know in my heart eventually she's going to get to the point where her bigger sister can watch her while I go out and do my thing. Because what I do by myself. My husband doesn't want anything to do with Bigfoot, or he won't even talk with me about it really, just a little bit. And but that's okay, because this is my thing. This is my fun, you know. And I'm hoping that this year I can find some researchers, real researchers that don't put their stuff out there all the time, that I can get to know on a more personal level, that I can expand and see what they see through them, learn through them. You know, I know there's a lot of good researchers out there that do their own thing, and I think their research is more credible. Um, So that's my goal, is to start getting more involved in some other researchers, because they'll let you in, but you have to be discreet, and you have to promise not to um, share information and share videos and share things, and I'm all good with that. Somebody tells me they don't want this out, then it doesn't get out. It's not my position to do that. I know you can't trust everybody, but that's where you try to build a relationship, a friendship with these people. And I have a lot of new friends out there, and I'm looking forward to more. But this is how I think. This is all my opinion. And whoever's watching this, you have your own opinion. If you think I'm full of it, then I am full of it. For you, that's fine. Because it doesn't matter. Because you shouldn't let anybody tell you how to think. You shouldn't. Everybody has their own opinions about things. And that is okay. Why isn't that okay? I don't know. Tell me what you think. What do you think about this whole Dyer situation? And please don't comment on there, he should go kill himself, okay? I'll just delete it. Be nice, okay? And if it is a hoax, he'll probably do it again. That's his MO. It's okay. It's entertaining, you know? So, I've already gone a long time here about this subject, more than what I thought I would. Let me know what you think. Comment below, and you're welcome to share this video. But it's all opinion, so let me know what yours is. Keep on squatching. Bye.